So we're underway at Headingley Stadium. It's Leeds Rhinos under-18s taking on Warrington Wolves under-18s. And it's the Wolves that take the first charge in through Lucas Green. It's going to be a tough game, this, Dylan. Both sides battling for the top spot in the league table.
Yeah. I think we need to have a good stint this game because we've had a good week leading up in training. So it's just about bringing it onto the field, really.
So the Wolves coming in as league leaders in the league table, looking to assert a bit of dominance early on over the young Rhinos, who've had such a superb season. It's been it seems like the season's gone pretty quickly, Dylan.
Yeah, it has, to be honest. Yeah, we started off really well, and we had a bit of a rough patch in middle, but we've kind of come back into our own recently. Yeah, even though we've had a bit of disruption with the two called off games, but yeah, just about asserting our own dominance in this game, really.
And you were saying pre-match the boys really up for this clash. It's a long time since they've been back at it, but we'll try finish the season as strong as we can.
Yeah, just about finishing well, to be honest. Getting ready for the playoffs.
So now Leeds off the back of that Leon Hayes kick on the fifth tackle, coming forward with Higgins turned onto his back, the big prop. He's played in every game for the 18s this year. He's been an absolute workhorse for Chev Walker's side, as is this man, Ben Littlewood, as well. Two new additions to the team at the start of the year, not come through the scholarship system like yourself. Another in Harrison Gilmore with another good drive, but seems to have fitted in really smoothly, Dylan.
Yeah, they have. We've all come together really well, to be brutally honest. Yeah, we tried to welcome everyone new as well as we could, really, and just all bond as a team. Like, look, showing their togetherness.
And it was off the back of that Sinfield high kick, forcing Lewis Hughes into making the mistake.
Yeah, he's done a few spirals in training, as Jack. It's been unreal, the spirals he can pull.
A late inclusion for the under-18s, also named in the first team squad of the 21, but great to see him in the 18s and get a bit of game time in this. It's what is a big game. Both teams have all their big guns out. Every player, I think, is almost available.
Yeah.
Apart from obviously yourself.
Well, yeah, more or less, I think everyone is.
Well, this looks to be a great play. Here goes Alfie Edgell. Ooh, Alfie almost getting past Noah Booth on the edge. He's so quick and electric, isn't he, Alfie?
Yeah, he's rapid as Alfie. Very quick.
There's now Littlewood. Nose up, tries to throw away the tackle of Green. Pushing towards the post. Leeds looking for the first points. Morgan on this right side. Nice flat pass for Smith. A try scorer himself. He knows how to find the line on that edge. He's held up on this occasion.
Yeah, he's dangerous, as Jack, when he gets going. Huge as well, his big unit.
It's that edge, isn't it, of Smith and Chimambe that can almost reach the try line from sort of the 10, 20 metre mark as Sinfield dabs a little kick behind. Booth's backtracking. Ooh! As Riley Lum comes across. So unlucky, he's so close.
Very unlucky there, yeah.
It's a clever kick, but that's that intelligence that sort of Jack's got from working with the first team players. He's gaining that experience, dabbling that kicking behind. It's a nice kick.
Yeah, beautiful kick.
It's forcing the dropout for Warrington. We've just been on the back foot since we've really kicked off. There was only that one attacking set in the opening few minutes, but Gators with the dab off the foot. He's going to do well to retake it. Ooh, no, he's not this time. Comes off the foot. I think he's just going to get consoled by his teammates, but Warrington got lucky there.
Yeah, he'll be wanting to make up for that. Yeah, he can be harsh on himself, because he expects such high standards from himself, so he'll be wanting to make up for that.
It's one that you're going, that's the right thing to do. It was a tough one to take. It was falling short of him. But there's not a lot you can do when it's got that much power and say a little bit, and then it ends up looking like it's a football strike for goal instead of a simple tap.
Yeah, well, when it's hit that hard, you can be stuck in two minds of it. Use your foot or just hope it bounces into your hands. But it's quite hard to judge, especially when it's hit that hard.
Obviously, it's better when it comes straight into your hands, isn't it? Than bouncing off the floor.
Yeah.
It's Warrington with Green, fends away, but wrapped up by Freddie Brennan-Jones, Ben Littlewood and co. Warrington starting to move that ball again. Redcliffe turns his back up over the halfway line. There's Hartle, out of dummy half, on to Redcliffe, spreading the ball nicely for Doolan. Who's eventually wrapped up by Bailey Aldridge and Ashton Robinson. Eventually going for the Hayes kick for Chimambe. They're going down that side. It was an area you said they would target today.
Yeah.
He's looking at trying to catch Neil out wherever they can.
Yeah, Neil's proper come on. He's really come on since the first game when he played. First time he played Warrington this year, yeah. So I think he's improved hugely. So they'll be wanting to target him to see if he's still going to be as good as he has been recently.
And a serial try scorer at that. I think he's almost got he definitely has a try in almost every game this year. It's a great first year. And, and as a fellow first year, how have you found sort of the step up and the times when you've been out on the field? Have you enjoyed yourself?
Yeah, I've loved it, to be honest. It's the physicality that's the biggest thing you see. That's the biggest difference that I've felt, especially. But yeah, I've loved every minute of it.
Obviously, just recovering from COVID, but hopefully with the playoffs coming up soon, hopefully we'll see you back out there rather than talking about it with myself.
Well, yeah, I hope so. I hope I can get out back on the field as soon as I can. Really, yeah. I feel fine from COVID now, to be honest. I feel just as fit as I have all year. So.
There's a dodgy pass from Hartle out of
not great.
dummy half, and Redcliffe did well to take it in the end. There's now the Wolves with Doolan. Spread. It's a nice pass, but it's chopped down by Gators and forces the error.
Yeah, he'll be happy he's made up for that.
Forces the error from Lewis Hughes. We're just under 10 minutes and we're starting to level out a little bit now. It's that early pressure, we couldn't quite make it count. If we'd had that, if Riley Lund had been able to jump on that ball that Sinfield bobbed through, we'd been maybe been a bit nicer position, but we're happy with how we've started the game, I think, Chev.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, we've started quite physical, I think. We've only made we've coughed up the ball once. So just trying to complete our sets and get on with the game.
There's now Edgell trying to put a bit of speed on out towards this right edge, chopped down by Jake Thewlis and Noah Tupea. There's Lum. Tries to ride the challenge of 3, eventually over the halfway and towards the Warrington 40. Leeds looking for the first points of the game. Definitely started the better of the two. Warrington, though, working their way back in slowly. That was Edgell with that drive again, too, for the fullback so far in this set. Now Gilmore. Hard carry the ball, isn't he? Yeah, Harrison, he doesn't want to find his front. He'd rather keep the legs going.
He's deceivingly strong as Harrison.
Sinfield puts the high kick up for Gators, comes off the fingertips of Robinson. I think this will be a knock-on, will go the way of Warrington. But again, another good attacking set from the Rhinos.
Yeah, not bad. That's a decent place to finish in as well. It's not the end of the world that we didn't manage to score or anything.
Obviously, we love playing at Stanley. That's obvious. That's an obvious thing. We'd have to, as Warrington get the penalty, but to be back at Headingley, it's been a few months.
Yeah,
you played here yourself. What's it? As a Rhinos fan, what's that experience like? It
is like Stanley's good, but Headingley's just another. It's just another level, really. Yeah, it's quality. Even when it's not particularly full, just the fact that you're playing there, it's a privilege, to be honest. That's a shot.
It's a great shot from, I think it was Higgins and Gators, of course. Of course, this is another curtain raiser ahead of the first team game. So when it really packs out that south stand, you can hear the noise. It must be something that on the pitch, drives you a little bit further.
Oh yeah, you really can. Like when it started to fill up a bit, when I came on with about 20 left against Wigan, I could hear it. I could hear the noise. It's proper gets you going.
That Wigan game, one of the highlights, I think, of this season. Whether no matter what happens, as Warrington spread the ball wide, that's onto Derbyshire, who hit well by Will Gates. Brilliant from the centre on centre. Now Doolan, Hayes comes across the line, threads it to Green. Tries to get out of the challenge of Gilmore and Littlewood, but they're on the last here. Warrington with a big opportunity to get the opening score. Hayes on for Hughes. Not a lot of options, but manages to get away from Kai Morgan. The ball does come out again. Hayes again. Can he dab it in behind? This could be a try for Warrington. And it is a try for number 4, Jake Thewlis. And against all the odds, it's the Wolves open the scoring.
Yeah, that'll be frustrating for the boys when they thought they'd wrapped it up and it just popped out to Leon Hayes, who put a nice kick through.
Disappointing for Chev Walker's side, who started the more positive out of the two, but it's points that matter in a game of rugby, not what could have been.
Yeah, we just needed to wrap the ball up a little bit more to prevent the offload.
And Hayes can't convert, so the score remains Leeds Rhinos under 18s 0, Warrington Wolves under 18s 4. Almost got the nod to play in the game at Headingley last week. Leon Hayes, who was included in the 21-man squad for Darryl Powell, but wasn't cut down to that 17. But it's a positive that Super League coaches are looking at the young talent coming through the system. Just to name a number of our guys, we could talk lavishly about Jack Sinfield being in that squad, but I know a couple of the other lads have also been training, like Kai and that. It's good that Rowan Smith and Darryl Powell for another are looking at that homegrown talent too.
Yeah. When Rowan Smith came in, we had a meeting, all of us, all academy lot, and he was just introducing himself, sort of thing. And he was saying that he was interested in looking to the younger guys to almost step up and put themselves about as well, rather than just being an academy, to try and strive for getting into first team.
And it's such a good step up now, having not just the 18th season, but the reserves as well. I believe you played a few games in that as well this year, I think.
I can't remember if I was in a squad, I'm not too sure, but I've not played my a reserves game yet this year.
Well, that's obviously a good stepping stone as well, isn't it? To have that in place. That's a nice from Jack Smith.
Yeah, it is good because we all train together. We train with the reserves as well, so it's like even if you don't get to play, you still get the experience of being in that same environment as them. So yeah, it is good training with them.
Is that Lum trying to find a bit of space in behind? You can see it's Higgins. I was going to say that's Sinfield even. Okay, yeah. We can see the numbers from up here. We're quite away. It's a good vantage point, but
yeah, it's a good view. Yeah,
it's quite a way away. As that's Littlewood with that carry. Sinfield now. That's an awkward kick out towards the sideline. Lum's going to get it. That's a nice step from Riley Lum. Can he get the ball away for Gatiss? Gatiss for the line. Yes. Try time for Leeds. Awesome try there. It didn't look like it was going to come off. Looked like it might have been able to bounce over the sideline. Lum did well.
Yeah, great pick up by Riley. And a good offload as well.
A great assist as well from Gatiss to get his name on the score sheet. Fantastic again. We're really pleased to get back on the score sheet. Or Will, he's a man who likes a try. Sinfield goes for the conversion and gets it. Almost his bread and butter,
Great
isn't
kick.
it, Jack?
Yeah, great kick. Yeah, he's always practicing. He practices pretty much every time I see him at training. At the end, he'll do extras and practice on it.
So Leeds with the noses in front by the finest of margins. 2 points at this stage, 15 minutes played. It's as the game I think we expected, Dylan. I think it's the team's definitely rising to the occasion. It's as a tight top of the table clash as you could probably get.
Yeah, Warrington especially after we turn them over at their ground, they'll be wanting to come for us. They'll be wanting to put a score on us. So it's good for the boys to be able to combat that and score as well.
I was going to say we've not even talked about that we have one up on them this year, but it's also good to see that the limited errors or sort of turnovers because both teams are just playing so efficiently. Even though we've only played 20 minutes.
Yeah, we'll just be wanting to keep completing sets all the way through the game, really, because Chev always makes a point about the team who do better will be the team that does the right stuff for longer. So we'll be wanting to get on.
As Leeds tried to create something there, Sinfield taking a big shot
Yeah.
as the Warrington man came out of the line, but Lum tried to create a little something in behind. Nothing comes off, and Warrington bring it forward with Hughes. Now switch it to this left-hand side to Payer. Decides to muscle up and take it back, but Leeds are driving him back towards his own try line. They're only 25 or so away. That's going to be a penalty there. He looked to move off the mark, but nevertheless, the referee waves play on, which is a good thing as well, that the referee's letting it play.
Yeah, sometimes it can be a bit frustrating when you're trying to get a roll on and the ref blows up constantly, so it's good.
As Hayes, one of their danger men today, Warrington, for Tapea, tries to get the offload back inside. Not the option as Morgan and Smith do well to wrap him up. Smith has misread this. Warrington go down the short side, the try scorer.
Yeah, Alfie read that well.
I don't know if I did read that well. I was going to say Joshua Hughes Lynch with that dab kicking behind. Edgell did really well to read it because Jack Smith didn't read that at all. He thought he was going back in field and had to quickly turn himself around. And here comes Smith now. Got a memorable hat-trick against Hull KR for recalling when they played here at the stadium earlier in the season. Sinfield with a nice little step and he's fended off. Here goes Jack Sinfield. He's got a mega step on him. His legs are going to give way though. That's so unlucky. He was headed to ground.
Yeah, that was unlucky.
And made Lewis Hughes' job a little bit easier. Nevertheless, Edgell, wide pass for Gators. There's space for Lum. Riley Lum going for the corner. Is he going to get there? He's within 5. A little bit more room than maybe he wanted. Wanted that about 10 metres out there instead. Gators, Sinfield, goes for the kick. Dabs it towards the posts. The Leeds players haven't read it. And it goes behind for a goal line dropout. That pressure coming again here, Dylan.
Yeah. Jack's kicking game has been good. So he'll be wanting to keep it on throughout the game.
He has a really wicked step that even at reserves level where people don't quite get switched onto it, and as soon as he's done it, he's gone. He's into next week.
Yeah, it's unlucky that he was stumbling then, otherwise he could have been
all the way celebrating a try. That's Higgins. You can hear the contact, just it echoes around Headingley Stadium. Pleased to be back here bringing you the 18s in their final game of the regular season. The playoffs hopefully should be coming up afterwards, and also as that ball comes loose from the grasps of Gilmore. Also be bringing you the reserves against Wakefield in September prior to the Castleford game. Another great occasion, and the club really showing their support for the games that the 18s and the reserves are playing, because there's a nice little crowd building in that south stand.
There is already.
Come down and see the next generation. As Aldridge waits at dummy half. Kai Morgan. Out the back, Edgell. There's a space here. Gators, can he get it wide to Lum? He's not got a lot of room to work if he's got it. I think he's got it.
Yeah. Great finish by Riley.
With not a lot of space to work, He did so well there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did well to spin out and put it down.
It's a little stoppage, but there might be a little bit of fracas afterwards for. So I'm not too happy with being pulled off. Nevertheless, Leeds extend their lead, and it's that man Riley Lum adding his name to the score sheet. So Sinfield had the conversion from a pretty similar position to what he did the last one, as he swings that one round. Is it going to fall over? No. It's unlucky on this time, but Leeds extend their lead, 10-4. Bit more breathing room now for the boys.
Yeah, just a bit. We'll be wanting to be ruthless though. We'll be wanting to keep putting pressure on them.
It was such a good win, wasn't it, at Warrington? And we believe we came back in the second half of that one, and it was one of those where they came out and really put a bit of resistance, but then absolutely went off in the second half. It shows as well that the scoring capability within our team. That's the other big thing.
Yeah, I think was it 10-all at half time against Warrington, and we came out and just put a really good second half performance. So but we don't want to have to leave it to the second half. We'll be wanting to from the get-go, really.
Littlewood carries almost 4, definitely 3. Over towards the 40, so strong. Such a tall stature as well, as Morgan spots a gap and tries to dart through it. Dragged down by the ankles by Nolan Tupea. And Hayes, there's now Aldridge, goes with a little step, decides to level up and take the tackle himself. Then dumped on his back by try scorer Jake Thewlis. Sinfield goes for that spiral bomb, but not quite this time. It's a bit more googly for Hughes Lynch, who takes it comfortably. Not a lot of length on that one, and just allows the winger to return it pretty well. And Warrington will start this set in a nice position.
Yeah, we'll be. Jack will be wanting to get that further in, but it were a decent take, to be fair.
As Warrington already reeling the substitutes to try and freshen up that forward pack. As Bardsley Rowe moves towards the 20. Hartill, Hayes, Tupea. Well wrapped up by Littlewood and Morgan.
Yeah, they were good contact.
That's what's going to take it to have a good tackle, and that's brilliant from Jackson Field. Well read.
Yeah, real good take. Quality take.
Hayes read that really, and he could see what he was thinking. Yeah. If the rushes were just a little bit quicker, they could have caught Leeds out. That's brilliant from Jack.
Yeah, quality read.
What's been said about the playoffs? Has that been on the players' mind, or is it, very much we're going to take this week by week and not get ahead of ourselves?
I think we've tried not to get ahead of ourselves, more or less just focus on what we're doing well and continuing to do it, more or less, and what will happen, but we'll just try to be the better team for the longer period of time, and success will come from that.
So when you look at those, Jackson Field goes free. We'll hold that conversation where it is, because Leeds are really coming forward again. Aldridge from Kai Morgan on the last, just hoists it into the air. Gators is chasing to try and get under it, and he takes it to centre. Can he get the ball out? Yes, he does. Robinson gets a hand to it, and Sinfield eventually puts it towards the post. I don't think it'll sit up, and instead Warrington will get a 7 tackle set. So it's gone over the dead ball line, 20 metres out. But again, Leeds tempting fate again.
Yeah, we'll want to D up strong here. Have a good set.
They haven't looked confident under those high kicks, though, have they, Warrington? From really the first sort of minute.
Yeah.
It's an area that you think is Jack's sort of bread and butter when he spots that someone's not too confident.
Jack and Kai, they're both great kickers, so they'll spot it and notice.
It's the Wolves with Bobby Shingler. Turns his back, plays the ball. On for Hayes, tries to get a bit of dart at the line, and that's a real nice inside ball.
Good tackle by Ben.
Littlewood and Aldridge absolutely read that to the letter. But he's in a bit of trouble here. I think it's Lewis Hughes, the fullback, that's gone down. And 14 minutes left in the half. Something up with his knee. But a great start nevertheless for the young Rhinos. After conceding early, Jake Thewlis getting the early try, bouncing back as through Will Gatiss and Riley Lum.
I think Zach's just come on.
Freddie Brennan-Jones are giving a little bit of a breather. And yes, that is Zach McSwinney. Has entered the field of play. A try scorer against Hull reserves at the weekend.
He scored a few for reserves, hasn't he? He
scored 2 on his first game against London. He knows how to borrow himself to the line, put it that way.
Yeah.
He's giving the all clear, though, his Warrington player. I believe it is Hughes. Now the Wolves spreading the ball with Hayes. Nice one for Doolin, and he stops and starts again, trying to catch that Leeds line out and make someone shoot. It's good defence against Sinfield and Gators there. Hayes, nice dab kick, but Morgan there to diffuse any pressure and kicks it out.
I think safe option there.
It's not one of them that I'd like to see him take, because I think that'd be a tough one. Probably still end up with the same sort of result, but especially in these early stages, don't be silly with the ball.
Play smart, yeah.
That's what Shevard. Would that be something that Shevard say to you?
Yeah, he'd want us to play smart.
Obviously, as well, the club announcing the new academy signings for next year. It's looking a nice positive group. You're getting.
Yeah, it is.
Are you looking forward to meeting back up with some of them?
Yeah, obviously there's one or two that I'm not too familiar with because I think they're fairly new. But I've played in scholarship with a few of them, so yeah, it'll be good them coming up.
There's a nice range of abilities across. As now Warrington with Hughes fires it for Thewlis, turns his back on the Leeds line. There's no opportunity for a try to Payer. Hayes dabs a kick. It's gone in between the legs, and McSwinney's there. Good hands.
Yeah, that was well taken.
Under pressure from the Warrington line. And Leeds just trying to clear their own lines with Sinfield. Somewhere where you'd like to see an Ashton Robinson or that man Jake Higgins just sort of battering ram that's just prepared to keep going at the line. And to be fair to them, both of them will do that all day.
Yeah, a good run from Zach.
It's a nice little running behind from McSwinney. Sinfield, Robinson, not had a carry, I don't think, Ashton. This is maybe his first. We've played 28 minutes or so. He's definitely been in and around the ball, but had a lot of chance to touch the ball. Sinfield on the last, complaining that he was hit late, but Noah Booth, manages to take. Leeds make another change. Jake Higgins coming from the field, and Blake Morgan wearing number 17 going on. He's lost the scrum hat, Blake, so he's not as can't recognise him as much as when he had the scrum hat on earlier in the season.
Yeah, he usually wears a scrum cap, doesn't he?
He's played all over the park as well. He's played a bit of hooker, which was...
Yeah, he has. Yeah, in training, me and him were playing hooker, and it was
man of all abilities
for both of us, really. Yeah.
How did you find that as an outside back to be put in at hooker? How did you find that as Warrington get the penalty for Leeds holding on? How did you find that challenge?
I quite liked it, to be honest, because I like the physical aspect of it. So I liked being in and around with the big fellas who just run straight at you. So
you've got a bit of speed about you as well that can
Yeah.
So when you get out dummy half,
Yeah.
if there's a space, I appreciate against St Helens, it probably wasn't that. There wasn't
No,
that space, but
it wasn't great. But I loved every minute of it, regardless of where I played. Though I still love it.
it's all part of the sport. You've got to love it, of course. It's Hughes for Thewlis. Out wide, this is a chance for Warrington. Can they get over the line with Hughes Lynch? Good defence. And lost the ball too. That's a knock on.
That was great from Jack and Kai and Neil.
Jack Smith with a little couple of afters with Thewlis. Just is a little bit annoyed, I think, that they just let that play die. But Leeds trying to play the mind games as well as be dominant on the field.
Yeah, it was great day. We'd spoken training about. Shevard spoke about dragging him to a side. If we get him with ball, hoist him up and then just push him out, and that's what they've done there.
So when you've got 5 players or 4,
Yeah.
there's not a lot you can do if you're going towards that sideline, is there? And apart from hope for maybe some backup.
Yeah, no, once momentum gets you, there's not much you can do.
That scrum was a little bit scrappy. The ball eventually finds its way to Gators. So we reach 10 minutes of the half to go. Leeds still leading 10-4. Aldridge out of dummy half. On for Edgell. Never afraid to put his hand up for a ball, is he, Alfie's?
No.
Always wanted to get involved.
Yeah, he'll take anything.
Littlewood. Been relentless in these opening stages, Ben. He was originally down to play prop until a couple of changes around. Jack Johnson, originally in the team, was that flat ball for Ashton Robinson. He takes it well. Obviously, Jack not available today, but best wishes to him as well as he recovers from COVID.
Yeah.
But I said to move from prop to second row, there's not a lot of change, but you obviously do. The minutes will be a little bit more different for Ben today. I think he's actually moved into the pack now. McSwinney and Blake Morgan just swapping around that second row of rollers. Hartill tries to dive out of dummy half. Leeds preparing Will Shaw to come on. Another little pause. Warrington just told to halt and go back to where you played it. Flat ball as Green tries to bust on through and he gets past the challenge of Morgan, working his way towards the line. Warrington with a chance to get within 2, possibly equalise if they can convert here. Hayes takes it to the line. Is there a gap for him to dive through? There is! He gets underneath Harrison Gilmore, burrows his way to the line. Try for Warrington, and a tough one to concede.
Yeah, they'll be frustrated that he's managed to get under there, but yeah.
So at this rate, we're going to be ended up exactly like we were at Victoria Park early in the season.
Looks like it if he kicks this.
If he kicks this, and nothing happens in terms of points for the next 7 minutes, we could be on for a 10-all draw and an exciting second half. Obviously there's more fans starting to trickle in, but when we get towards that sort of 7 o'clock margin, could be pretty hefty given what the scoreline might be.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? But we'll be wanting a second half similar to how it went in Warrington.
And the conversion added by Hayes, and we are all locked up. It's 10-10, 5 minutes to go. So Warrington buoyed by that additional try. Leeds, you'd have to say, and I'm not just saying this, obviously with it being been associated with the Rhinos, but I've played the better of the two in this half. They've had more possession and a lot more chances near the line. Warrington, though, you can't discredit them for being really critical and crucial and scoring those points when they've needed it, Dylan.
Yeah, I think when we go in at half time, we'll want to cut out the sloppy D. I think we'll just want to be really solid.
That's of course.
And prevent them scoring anymore.
That's of course if the boys can hold on. Kai Morgan left down in back play, being assisted by the medics. Nevertheless, Warrington unaware will carry on. Ball comes free, picked up by Littlewood, who just turn it around and he'll cart it back the way it's just come. Leeds nevertheless get the penalty. Morgan back up and wandering around.
Yeah, he looks in pain, does Kai.
He's one of those that doesn't back down either when he has the chance.
No, he won't. He'll want to play on.
Yeah, he's coming off here. You're right, he is in some discomfort, isn't he?
Yeah, he don't look.
As the Leeds staff take a short break for the half-back. He's coming straight off. And Kaiden Freighter wearing 16. Comes on. I'd say that's really a like-for-like swap, isn't it?
Yeah.
Half-back for half-back, but Kaiden, of course, played a bit of wing. He's got a couple of good tries on the wing this year, and also a little bit of full-back as well. How do you think that this will have adjusted the game plan?
I'm not sure. It depends who goes where, really. I wonder if Alfie will go to half-back. I think he has.
He has, yeah, because you can see that Riley's dropping into that sort of roaming role, isn't he?
Yeah, I reckon Riley will go full-back, Cardinal will go wing, yeah, and Alfie half-back.
A position that you said yourself that you quite like having Alfie if he's your half-back.
Yeah, I do.
So, 4 minutes on the clock. Shaw on the field for his first under-18s appearance, made his first Rhinos appearance for the reserves against Hull, along with Freddie Brennan-Jones. Yeah. The duo originally from Castleford, joined the Rhinos earlier this year. Chimambe rises up in the air and will win a penalty for the Rhinos.
It's quality from Neil, that.
Don't see how there's a lot that Warrington can do there, because Neil is massive. He's really tall. Him and Jack, there's not a lot between them, really.
No, yeah, they're both absolutely massive.
So you're putting a ball up, you are wanting to put it in the direction of Neil.
Yeah, he can jump as well, that's the thing. It's not like he's just tall, he's
so quick as well. Yeah. I don't think we've quite seen him get out of maybe third or fourth gear, because genuinely, in about that speed, tends to saunter away from the players that are chasing him with ease.
Yeah, we have a thing in training, like if we're convinced that Neil just jogs, but he's adamant he sprints, but we're all convinced he's just jogging.
As Leeds, can they get one before the break? Half-time looming. Sinfield, inside ball. McSwinney just plants the feet and charges forward towards the posts. Right under the posts here, Leeds in a nice position, actually. Sinfield on for Edgell, takes a shot from Thewlis, bounces back towards the left. Can he get the ball away, Alfie, or will he dart himself to the line? It's short, but it's not far away. This is maybe, I was going to say, dart out of dummy half territory. No, because we're on the 5th. Sinfield for the drop goal, and he gets it.
Yeah, it's just
smart play at this stage.
Point, yeah.
So it takes the score to 11-10 with under 2 minutes remaining. Gators from the restart losing that ball nevertheless. The referee says it was pushed backwards, so picks it up.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of miscommunication between him and Kaiden then maybe.
At this stage, not something that you want to be doing is miscommunicating, is it really?
No, yeah, they'll want to tidy that up, make sure it doesn't happen again.
As Morgan struggles to get to his feet. Now with Lum, tries to find a gap between Tapea and Hayes. Nothing there this time, as now Higgins barges his way towards the 40. Now Sinfield goes for the aerial route again and trying to exploit Hughes, who's, like we said, Warrington looking a little bit, not scared, but uneasy under that high ball.
Yeah, they seem to be coming into it a little bit more sharp.
That's a nice tackle in there from Robinson and McSwinney. Another player that joined the club at mid-season, Zach, along with Shane Toohey and Elliot Whittaker.
Yeah, they did. They've slotted him really well, to be fair.
Warrington get the set restart. Another thing that Warrington wanted to keep against is giving away those errors, which, to be fair, for the start of the game, there were very few, if any. Warrington, can they ride the luck and maybe even take the lead? If not, maybe get themselves level before the break. Leeds lead by 1. Thewlis working towards the 40. There can't be too long left in the half. We've had a few stoppages, but nevertheless, it's Hayes on for Thewlis, who comes across the line again, tries to fend away from Shaw. Hooker does really well along with Jake Higgins. Now Doolan, flat ball on for Bardsley Rowe. Over the 20. 5th tackle here for Warrington. Doolan. Hayes, a try scorer already in this one. Tapea. Can I get the wriggle and get the ball away? This is good defence from Leeds.
Yeah.
Making sure he keeps hold. Referee taking a look at the watch, but that will be it. At half time, Leeds Rhinos leading 11 points to 10. Great first half. And a big second half to come. So an exciting first half. Sees the Rhinos lead by 1. It just shows how tight these two teams at the top really are. Doesn't it, Dylan, that they're fighting for every single point they can?
Yeah, I think we'll be wanting to come out and put a strong second half performance on.
What do you think Chevrolet said to the guys at the break?
Just about staying calm, staying composed and doing what we do best, really. Completing sets and not giving away any stupid errors.
I didn't see many in that first. It was a pretty clean game, wasn't it, in that first half? There's a couple of odd things, but all in all, pretty altogether. As Warrington get us underway again in the second half. Frater taking the ball and Higgins charging it back in. It'll just be interesting to see if there's any changes made by either side to try and get that upper hand. Get that upper hand again. And we saw Leeds do it earlier in the season against Warrington. The question really is, can the boys do it again? And I know you're going to say yes, Dylan, because so the best of them out of both of us.
Yeah, I think we just need to stick to what we do best, really. Yeah, and hope that we come out on top.
So Leeds, like I say, have had the better of the ball in that first half, despite only leading by a point. Robinson off the edge. Didn't see a lot of Ashton in that first half, but so with that sort of run, if we see more of that in the second, we'd be pretty pleased.
Yeah.
Sinfield's high kick for Hughes. It's taken, and Frater and Gatiss, the first players that are there. And instantly the fullback put on his back.
Yeah, good shot.
We've got to start the stronger of the two, haven't we, I guess?
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, we need to keep up that physicality.
It's Doolan for Hayes, on for Thewlis, trying to open up that edge that Hughes Lynch, can try and exploit, but he ends up coming back infield, and Morgan just hangs on to him any way he can. We've not seen Kai Morgan resurface, and I don't think we will. He's not down with the subs currently, and I feel like he might still be in the dressing rooms, Kai, which will be absolutely devastating for the halfback.
Yeah,
so we wanted to see him play the full game.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Nevertheless, Warrington coming forward with Doolan, putting that high kick up for Frater, who's come on in place of Kai Morgan, as He's forced into a bit of reshuffling. Freighter to the wing, Lum to fullback, Alfie Edgell to halfback. All players that have played these positions, of course, throughout the season already.
Yeah, they'll all be comfortable in them positions.
Below is obviously coming off the bench. We've got Freddie Brennan-Jones, Bailey Aldridge and Harrison Gilmore, 3 players that can change the game. Bailey Aldridge was a try scorer on his return. He must have been pleased to get back out on the field in that win over Hull.
Yeah, he was itching to get back on. It was really obvious in
Currently, like yourself, really wanted to get back out there.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So that both teams look set for the playoffs in whatever format that looks like. We're not 100% sure. I believe what's that looking like yet? Whether that'll be a top 4 semi-finals.
Yeah.
Still time. Still time to get on that. Like we were saying earlier, the winner of this game likely will go top of the Academy Championship, given what happens in the St Helens Wigan game.
Yeah.
Which, of course, will be one that we're keeping an eye on as Warrington make the change. Ashley Barnes coming from the field, number 17. In his place is Joseph Bayer.
Yeah, I don't think Kai's come back out at all yet.
As Marshall charges it in for Warrington. To overturn that 1-point deficit at half-time. It's not a lot, but in terms of those mind games we were talking about earlier, as Lum loses the ball. It's so unfortunate for the full-back. He was just off his fingertips.
Yeah, he'll be kicking himself. He'll be really frustrated with that. Yeah, he's always great under the high ball, is Riley, so he'll be wanting to make up for that.
But it puts Warrington straight back into scoring territory. They were within 20 metres of the Leeds try line.
Kai's back out is just not warming up.
Maybe we're just seeing how he fares up. Maybe a bit of time towards the end of the game, depending on what injury it is. We're not 100% sure. Nevertheless, Warrington to exploit that mistake made by Leeds. They've got the man over if they can find him, and it's Hughes Lynch. Chimambe all over him.
Good scramble.
Like an octopus just enveloped him. Hayes on for Green, drops it off for Bayer. Working towards that Leeds 10-metre line. Hayes, Doolin, Hughes, that spine getting together really nicely and forces the error. Great play from Kaiden.
Yeah, great tackle from Kaiden.
Up in the face of Noah Booth. Like we said, a serial try scorer for the Wolves this year. One of their scoring threats, but Kaiden up to the challenge, straight up in his face, forced the error. Positive start, wouldn't you say, from the boys, despite the error. Obviously, we're working hard defensively, which is always good to see.
Yeah, it's good we didn't compound it, so we've come off the back and caused an error ourselves.
So leading by 1, like I said. That Sinfield drop goal proving the difference after 40 minutes. What can this 40 minutes produce? We've played 6 of them. As Blake Morgan turns his back towards the 30. Shaw. A little bit high on Edgell. He will be called high. Not surprising in those circumstances. Such an awkward player when he gets going, Alfie.
Yeah, he's got a step as well. He's got a step on him.
He's marked his trade, of course, in the reserves as well as the academy.
Yeah.
One player to definitely watch out for, the Leeds number 1 in the remainder of this game. As Smith, another, likely to get a try. Knows what it feels like to score at Headingley. You know what it feels like to score at Headingley, and it must be something that is at the moment a dream come true.
Yeah, it's unreal, especially when there's a little bit of a crowd building. It's great.
Higgins tries to turn himself towards the line. There's 4 players surrounding him. Forced onto his front. Gets that quick play for Shaw. Sinfield. All ball over the top for Freighter. He's going to do well to keep in the field of play and doesn't. Almost exactly the same as what happened with Hughes Lynch in that first half, where Leeds rushed up and got him into touch. It's good work from Booth to take the Leeds number 17, Leeds number 16 even, over with him.
Yeah, he managed to recover and push Kaiden into touch.
It's just another arm wrestle, isn't it? That,
Yeah.
as we'd expected, we knew coming into this game, this is the kind of game we expected. This is the excitement that we wanted. It's not loads of tries, but it's
close.
It's close. You can see how Warrington have improved from that earlier game as well when we played them at their place at Victoria Park. Rhinos taking the win on at that time. It's a totally different season, totally opposite ends of the season. Played them in game 2 or 3, wasn't it? It was not far into the season. We beat Newcastle convincingly, Stanley, and then went on the road.
Yeah.
Since then, they've gone on a 9-game winning streak, I believe. The back-to-back losses against Leeds and then against Hull. And they've also had close games. I believe they beat St Helens by a point. That's a good take by Neil. Beat Wigan by 3. It's not been easy runnings, but
they've had some good results.
It's not been for us either. We've had some close score lines.
Yeah.
And they forced the error out of Jack Smith, who was getting very excited and sort of leading those mind games early on.
Yeah.
Put Warrington under pressure, but at the start of this second half, it's very much level peggings.
Yeah, boys will try and reduce the amount of errors and pretty much try and nullify them so we don't cough any more ball up and give Warrington any possession.
So their second chance are quite close to the Leeds try line. They coughed it up before, couldn't get over on that occasion, but now they look to try and get through. It's a barraging run from Bobby Shingler. He's forced to play it. Now for Hartill and for Hayes. Nice spread movement, but Booth just can't reel it in. It's so close from the winger.
Yeah, it was close.
Probably wasn't the place to play either, as Leeds make another change. Blake Morgan coming on. I believe that's Freddie Brennan-Jones back in the action.
Yeah.
Just adding more bodies, and fresh bodies at that, to the Rhinos pack. McSwinney aims to get Leeds over halfway, making nice meters, the young Rhinos. There's Robinson. Turns on his shoulder, takes it in. Shaw for Sinfield. Drop off for Brennan Jones. Which could really do with a try if they can get one here. Shaw, Sinfield, working the way out to the right. Gators taking in that long pass. He's got Derbyshire around his ankles. Looked for an offload, wasn't one available. And gets a quick play of the ball as well for Freighter. Sinfield, Shaw, Higgins. Towards the 20. Referee raises his hand, signalling that 5th tackle play. Edgell goes to the air. It's flat for Chimambe. Can he take it? And does. So whether he can get the offload away, he cannot. And takes it over the sideline. Safe play from Neil.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't want to risk an offload there when he's got bodies all around him.
Oh, and now
forcing the error.
And Marshall just puts his arms in the air as if to say, for what?
Yeah.
Well, the referee clearly saw a knock on or losing the ball. Now it's Leeds. How the tables are turning. We've played 10 minutes. It's all been Warrington this 10 minutes. Credit to them. Leeds turning it around.
Yeah, we just want to stay in the arm wrestle.
Lum starts us off at Sinfield even. Plays the ball. Higgins, flat ball for Brennan Jones, who tries to ride the tackle of Bayer. Instead has ended up under the uprights. Leeds wanting a quick play and gets a quick play. Sinfield for Lum. Step off the right. It's a penalty to Leeds. You could see the referee signalling as a late hit on the halfback, which hasn't been the first in this game, actually.
No, he's been hit a few times.
It's not been the first time we've seen, and I think that's maybe what he's going to present to the referee. This hasn't been the first time.
Yeah.
And it looks as though he's wanting the kick tee, snatches it away. And we're going for goal, but whether there's more here from the referee, no. It's just signals for the posts. So the Rhinos looking to extend. Then lead by 2. Sinfield swinging it with the right. The flags go up, and it's a 2. And now it's a 3-point advantage, Dylan. It's every point we'll take.
Yeah. Yeah, just keep adding on to the scoreboard.
So Warrington, good to see what they can do under this pressure from Leeds. Leeds, what can they do with the upper hand if they can? It's Littlewood come barraging in. And finds his front nice. It's Sinfield actually that did that run as McSwinney. And those bright orange boots, you can't miss him, can he? Zach as he gallops forward. He'll be eager for a try as well. Shaw tries for a dart out of dummy half. Nothing available. Higgins moves it onto Brennan Jones. Keeps the ball moving, but pushed back by Hartill and Green of Warrington. As now Sinfield goes the aerial route. Gators gives chase. Can he get up early? No, he doesn't even distract Noah Booth. Takes it cleanly on the 10-metre line. And Warrington now counter. Another tough set there for the Wolves.
Yeah, we'll be wanting to put bodies up, do well. Shot.
It's Doolan for Hughes. Stepping away towards the 40. 55 minutes played, 25 left, and a big 25 at that.
Yeah, we'll want to finish the half well and finish the game off.
So 3 points I don't think will do it. We'll be looking for something maybe a little bit more evident as Warrington
tackle.
come forward with Tapea, just loses the ball.
Great tackle by Al.
It's a desperate tackle by Alfie. But like you say, a much needed one at that.
Yeah.
There's now Robinson. Charges up, takes the contact of Derbyshire. Keeps Leeds moving. Gators looked ever energetic. As I tried to his name in this game, will he be looking for another? Of course he will. Sinfield for sure. Brennan Jones. Nice carry over the 40. That's a perfect carry, isn't it, from Freddie?
Yeah, he's a big unit.
There's now Higgins on the last. Leeds going to run it, not try and kick it. As Littlewood, can he go for the line himself? Oh, it's just there was a chance to give the ball to Higgins and decided against it.
Yeah, we're unlucky. We were caught in two minds, I think.
He has a few tries to his name as well, does Ben this season. He knows how to find the line.
Not a bad position to turn the ball over in either, to be honest.
Warrington coming forward, trying to counteract that Leeds break and break the pressure that Leeds have currently put the Wolves under. There's Green. And for Doolan, darts out of dummy half. Warrington just need to try build something here, don't they? It's
Yeah, we're shutting them down quite well, to be honest, at the moment.
It's looking good defence, isn't it? Is it something the boys are working on in the week?
Yeah, we've last few weeks. Well, I've not been there for a few, but from what I can remember of what we did before, we've worked a fair bit on slab D.
On the last, Hughes just decides against going any option, just to absolutely get it up in the air.
Yeah, that was alright.
And put the Rhinos under some pressure, and Lum did well that time. To say that he might have been a little bit nervous after dropping the last bomb that went up. And they earned the penalty for Warrington being caught offside. Even better.
Yeah, that was a great return.
Brennan Jones he's done a good stint.
Yeah.
But Gilmore on instead. Two big carriers being switched around.
Yeah.
They both do the same job, don't they, really? Freddie and Harris are just serial carriers of the ball.
Yeah, both run hard.
Have you been impressed how Will and Freddie have blended in with the squad in such a short space of time?
Yeah, they've slotted straight in, to be brutally honest. Yeah, it's been good, yeah. It's been great.
Bringing a lot of experience, especially Brennan Jones. Been on loan with Doncaster, played a handful of games for them in League One this year. As Leeds go short side with Sinfield. Dabs a kick for Gators. Kynan Freighter chases two. Puts a big shot on.
Yeah, great.
Lewis Hughes too. Just letting him know he's there.
Great place to turn ball over as well.
You can just see there's a bit of grit between the boys' teeth now. They really wanted to get at this. The 3 points definitely isn't enough to win a game. It's been done in the past, but I think they might want a bit more. It's Warrington trying to open up that side with Tapia and Derbyshire.
That's what we've been working in training. Slab D like that. Staying calm.
That's the key, isn't it, I guess, no matter if it's goal line or if you're on the 30 or 40, on your opponent's 30 or 40.
Just staying calm. Stay
calm, stay composed. Don't try and shoot, because that forces the Warrington to kick from deep like they have here, and that's a devil of a spiral for Lum.
Yeah,
just does really well. He's just shaken that early drop off totally, hasn't he?
Yeah.
To work up over the 40. As now tries to find a bit of space behind us, Kydney. He's an awkward player to tackle, isn't he?
He's got a really good step on him.
Shaw himself darts into the backfield. Leeds really turning on the pressure cooker here at Headingley. The fans are enjoying it. We're definitely enjoying it. There's two Warrington players been left down, one clutching a shoulder.
Yeah, really strong carry by Harrison.
As expected, as we've said. But setting the squad up nicely for potential playoff game, and we don't know who that'll be up against at the moment. Hooter gets a little test. It's definitely not full time. Got 20 minutes by my clock. So the boys just taking in some water. And we'll just take a quick break from commentary while the Warrington player receives a treatment. So Warrington make the change, and it's Noah High that comes on wearing the number 13 in place of injured player, which is not on a number. Oh, it's number 16, so that's Sam Marshall. But nevertheless, Leeds continue. Gators running a brilliant line. Fantastic from the centre. Lum, short ball. Robinson for the line. Can he twist his way over? No, he's just put on his back. Big opportunity there for the second rower. Another that's had a great season.
Yeah, he has.
The 18 slotted right in with the group. So Leeds keeping the legs turning, keeping the pressure going. As Higgins plays the ball. 10 shy of the line. Sinfield. Dummies. Got himself Jack Sinfield for the line! And he's over! The number 6. Doing it all himself. Kicking drop goals, kicking penalty goals. Now he's scoring tries, and a much needed one at that.
Yeah, a great run by Jack. Spotted a gap and just went for it and came up with the points.
Takes the score to 17-10. Sinfield got his head over the ball. It'd be his favourite area, with having that right-footed kicker. So we'll look at those posts. He slices it through. Let's have a look at the flags. No, they stay down. Score remains 17-10 with 20 minutes to go, Dylan. This is intense. This still could go down to the wire. This.
Yeah, the boys will be wanting to maintain the lead and just keep going well here.
So score remains 17-10. About 17 left. And you'd think that maybe puts the Rhinos in a nice bit of breathing space.
Yeah, it does.
But still trying to keep that composure. That's the key, isn't it? Not get carried away. We're looking at the scoreboard, but they've got players like Riley that can do little runs in behind like that. It's looking good. There's now McSwinney. Tries a turn. Plays the ball. Sinfield spots a gap. Puts his boot through it. It's a nice kick from Jack. I think he was maybe looking for the touchline. Just didn't get the weight on it he wanted. And Hughes says, "I'll take that, thank you very much." And runs it back, straight back at Will Short.
Yeah.
Now, Booth towards the 40. Warrington really in need of a response. So trying a conversion will put them right back into this game. As Leeds does an error as Edgell falls over Smith, but that cover defence from Chibambe, so good. They looked set there.
Great tackle from Ben and then recover from Neil.
It's high. Moves towards the 30. So Warrington a try now, giving them a real boost. It's Hayes is swallowed up by Littlewood. Edgell in there as well. There's Bayer. Bounces off two. Within 10 here, Warrington. Hayes looking to go himself, and he's shaped to go right, but ever so deceiving the half-back. Hartel steps, tries to go for himself. The hooker's over. This is going to be a great finish as Warrington get another. And it's the hooker, Benjamin Hartel, with the crucial try. Score within 3 with a kick to come. Could be down to 1, Dylan.
Yeah, it could. Close game, very close.
Such a big conversion this from Lewis Hughes.
Yeah, huge.
He's just off to the right hand side, as you can see. Right-footed kick. It's obviously not his favoured side, but shouldn't be too difficult for him. This is going to set up a brilliant finish. As a neutral fan, this is a great game of under-18s rugby.
Yeah, it's been a good game.
as Hughes splits the posts. We're back to within one. And what a finish we're in for. You can just hear the murmur just build as the fans have made their way into the south stand for the final 10 minutes or so. What a great 10 minutes we're in for. As Bayer for Warrington.
Yeah, we'll want to finish really strong this last 10 minutes. No errors, nothing.
Is it after playing in that Wigan game, what will be going through the boys' heads right now? That was, again, pretty much just exactly the same as this, except we kicked that drop goal very late thanks to Sinfield. What's going through the guys' heads right now?
Just not making any mistakes, just keeping calm and trying to push through and get the win.
Is that a difficult place to be when you're off the back of scoring such a try like that, but after almost not saying you were safe and home and dry, but that try from Sinfield looked to really be the one. It was now Frater with a half chance.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but you try not to focus on it. You just move on and focus on your next job.
As that looks a little bit above the horizontal on Robinson, and the referee sees fit to. It's a sort of penalty that could be an absolute coach killer for the Wolves, depending on how Leeds can finish here. 12 minutes and counting on the clock. Robinson ambles up and then puts the foot down as he hits into the line. Aldridge back on the field, waits at dummy half, playing along with Will Shaw. Could be an interesting partnership. Sinfield shrugs off the challenge of one. Can't get past Barsley Rowe though. Gilmore takes through with him to within 10. Big moment here for Leeds. A try would be definitely grateful.
Yeah, better.
Shaw for Sinfield. Nice step. Can't get the ball away. Wrapped up well by Tapia. Looking to move within 5. About 8 or so as it stands. Edgell. Flat ball back on the inside for Shaw. Just backs himself to within 3. Now on the 5th tackle. What are Leeds going to look to do? But Aldridge goes short side. It's not a great ball for Smith. He manages to get a bit of a toe on it.
Yeah,
but really not the great end to the set. I'd be frustrated with that, Olshev.
Yeah, Jack did well to recover and turn it over in a decent place, to be fair.
So now Hughes Lynch loses the ball, and it's a big mistake from the Warrington winger. We just talked about coach killers, weren't we?
We'll want to utilise this, we'll want to use it well.
I'll ask you pretty much the same question I asked you a minute ago, but turning it around. You've had back-to-back, you've come close, now you've got a penalty.
Yeah.
How important is composure at this moment in time?
It's absolutely massive, yeah. If you don't stay composed, you'll mess up, more or less, so stay composed and do what we do well.
There's Leeds trying to find a gap with Lum. Just keeps that ball moving. Is it going to be a strip from Hartill? He hasn't got his hands on the ball anymore. Lum keeps a hold of it well. Aldridge for Gatiss. Backed away by the line by 2. Aldridge will wait again. Sinfield for Gilmore, little fumble. It's a real nail-biting moment when you see a little fumble. She wants to keep hold of the ball. Higgins, Sinfield, Edgell, can he step? That's a nice one off the left, back on the right. Can he weasel his way over? He's so short. Can Freight absolutely shouting for the ball down on this edge. Sinfield, quick ball for Smith. Out for Chimambe. Try for Chimambe in the corner. No! The flag's gone up. And it's not many times that Neil gets caught near a touchline.
That was inches in that. There were inches in it.
Inside the last 10. What an opportunity. Warrington trying to overturn that Leeds pressure. We've seen them do it before. That's how they've got back to within one. But they are definitely not out of this. The current league leaders, like I said, on points difference alone. Leeds looking to steal their way to what would be a home semi-final. I believe if there is going to be 4 teams in the playoffs, whoever wins this will definitely be in the top 2. The other team, of course, will be St Helens, as Sinfield darts through a gap, a nice half chance, gets himself to over 40. Leeds make another change. McSwinney back on in place of Higgins. Chef Walker reeling the changes with 8 minutes or so left. An unofficial clock, of course. Leeds still within 1. Sinfield dabs it in, looking to get it over to sit in that in goal, and it will. Oh, it just doesn't. It's so close to doing so. Hughes just watched it all the way. No pressure from Kaiden or Gatiss. And it allows Warrington a 7-tackle set. And a tap 20. Big moment again for the Wolves.
Yeah, well, boys will really want to D up well here. Not let anything through.
It'll be the halfbacks Doolan and Hayes you have to watch out for. Maybe even Jack Derbyshire and Jake Thewlis, who has won his name already, the player wearing number 4. There's Doolan now at dummy half. Over the 40. Leeds have a player down in back play. Hayes. It looks like Littlewood that's cramped. Oh, it's Gilmore that's cramped up. So Leeds currently defending with 12. Hayes trying to work that gap where they can. Works it out for Thewlis. Swallowed up by Smith. Hayes dabs a kick. There's Warrington chasers there. Lum comes across. There's 2 players. Sinfield being one of them. And the fullback does well. Gets up a little bit gingerly. I think he felt the impact of Jack Sinfield coming across.
Yeah.
Leeds now back up to 13. I think Higgins has had a quick turnaround and is back on the field.
Yeah, very quick.
It might even be Toby. Freddie, excuse me, that's on. There's now Shaw. A safe dart out of dummy half. Approaching 5 minutes to go. Aldridge for Sinfield. Now it's Brennan Jones. Over the 30. Leeds going to have to kick deep. Here, there's no chance for a 40-20. It comes off. It looks like the face of the Warrington chase. It's back to 1, signalled by the referee, who will then stop the clock. It just got absolutely hit there, didn't he?
Yes.
The Warrington man who's just gone straight down again. There's a good rush up on the Sinfield kick.
Yeah, straight in the face.
Just leaves the man on the deck. So like I said, the final game, well, this is the final game of the Under-18s Academy season before the playoffs ensue next month. Don't forget as well, if you're watching this prior to the 3rd of September, you can come see the reserves live. A lunchtime kickoff, quarter to 1. They take on Wakefield Trinity before the Rhinos' first team clash with Castleford Tigers. I'd say another must-see game. The reserves trying to finish their season on a high, of course.
Yeah. All the way through the reserves and academy, we're wanting to finish the season well and finish strong.
Just a bit of time being taken over the Warrington player who might be concussed, I'd assume, from taking the full force of a boot from Sinfield. Again, we'll just take a quick break in the commentary, just while the player receives treatment. As the Warrington player comes from the field, it's good to see he can make his own way off. And Leeds will be eager to get going again.
Yeah, we'll want to, last few minutes, we'll really want to put us foot down.
Just some points, anything will do.
Yeah.
As long as they can keep Warrington at bay. Rhinos still leading 17-16. As Aldridge with a little dart out doing half. Nice and creative from the hooker on the third tackle. There's Lum now tries his luck too. Fends away from one. Gets himself back into the middle of the field. That's a nice drive actually, that on the fourth.
Yeah, it's hard to tackle us, Riley.
It's the way he squirms out the challenges.
Yeah, he's deceptive.
Shaw puts Brennan Jones on a plate. Leeds back within 20. Now on the fourth, sorry. Aldridge for Gilmore's wrapped up well. Tupea comes across, swarming the Leeds number 10. Sinfield, will he go for the drop goal again? And he does! That, with 4 minutes left, it's going to be a tight finish, but they're taking all the points they can get here, the young Rhinos.
Yeah, it just puts a Warrington drop goal out of their minds really a little bit.
So Leeds, like we've said before, cannot get complacent here. Otherwise it will come back to bite them, and Warrington are trying their best. Force an error. Just assert a bit of venom into this Rhinos side. You just saw that hit on Higgins. Lum goes for a safe drive. Maybe hit high. The referee shaking his head, thinks otherwise. Finds his front. Aldridge stands there waiting. Sinfield looks like he wants it again and does. Nice inside drop off for Brennan Jones. Gets himself towards the 30 on the last. Leeds, well, they look for touch here with Sinfield. Gets his hand on the ball as a half-back and looks to maybe find it. It comes off a Warrington player into the arms of Frater. Can he get the offload away? Gets it to Gatiss. Gatiss with a big drive for the line! What a try from Will Gatiss! The Rhinos players jump on him. He had no right to score. No, none at all.
Great offload by Kaiden and unreal finish from Gatiss, yeah.
And you can see how much it means. What a try. Puts the lead very much in Leeds' hands. 2 minutes to go. 6 points difference.
Yeah, Jack will want to kick this just to add a bit more.
I still can't believe what I've just seen. I'm slightly in shock because we were convinced that Sinfield was going to grubber kick that out.
Yeah.
On the full. Grubber kick that out to start Leeds back. Then Kaiden fielded it, and you're thinking, okay,
yeah,
he's still got the ball free. Gets it to Gatiss, who has players all around him. There's no right to score. As Sinfield, excellent again, converts his third, I think.
Yeah, Gatiss had no, he shouldn't have scored that. He had no right to score that at all.
It's very much a Ryan Hall That reminds me very much of Ryan Hall from the 2014 Challenge Cup final. That so picks that ball up. Just absolutely no one is stopping him from getting to the line, and over he goes.
Good tackle from Edge again.
It's now Warrington off the back of that knock-on from Leeds from the restart. Looking to add one more, but it doesn't matter what they do. They cannot topple this Leeds.
Tackle from Neil.
I'd say what a tackle by Neil, but I think this is going to be a consolation effort, and it is a consolation effort for Joshua Hughes Lynch. But it all seems a little bit too late.
Unlucky from Neil there. I thought he'd got him.
And it will be Hughes that goes with extras and gets the extras. But that will do us here at Headingley Stadium. The Rhinos win by the barest of margins at times. But nevertheless, the final score 24-22.
Great finish.